touching down in Sydney and greeted by a motorcade. The Israeli president is being afforded every protection. Watched from the air and the rooftops, Isaac Herzog says he came to pay his respects near the scene of the terror attack on Jewish Australians. Joined by the Premier, he laid a wreath and left little pieces of home.
These stones from Jerusalem, the eternal city, the eternal capital of Israel, will remain here at Bondi for eternity.
His visit a comfort to victims and their families.
It's hugely important to us. It makes us feel like we're not alone.
Just wish me a speedy recovery, which thank God is happening.
Just now,
Mr Herzog is here at the invitation of the Commonwealth.
I welcome the positive steps already taken by the Australian government to tackle anti-Semitism since the Bondi attack.
I want to ask you, please, President.
His team allowed just 4 questions, 2 from Australian journalists and 2 from Israeli media.
Could more have been done to prevent such an attack on the Jewish community?
I alerted, as I've seen this wave surge all over the world, and I've seen it in many countries.
The President's 4-day visit has meant restrictions for the public across the city. Police have warned of sudden road closures like this one here, and buses that are meant for Circular Quay are not allowed past Martin Place, even when the President is not in Sydney.
A large area of the CBD and the eastern suburbs has been subject to special police powers under major event laws. President Herzog will also visit Canberra and Melbourne this week. Isabel Rowe, ABC News, Sydney.
Thousands of protesters have converged on Sydney's CBD opposed to the visit by the Israeli president. Late today, the Palestinian Action Group lost a legal challenge against the government's decision to grant police expanded powers.
Not everyone was rolling out the welcome mat as Israel's president touched down in Sydney. Pro-Palestinian demonstrators made clear their disapproval with the official visitor against the backdrop of Israel's ongoing war in Gaza.
You would expect a leader of a nation would have more compassion, more humanity and more empathy.
I think there's been some things done in response to, October 7 that maybe went a bit too far. I think maybe Australia needs to take a slightly different stance.
Moments earlier, organisers were dealt a legal setback. The Supreme Court threw out a challenge against the government's major event declaration granting extra police powers.
We've lost this case, but that does not affect what we're doing tonight, which is going to have a massive protest against Herzog.
I'm slightly worried. I think it would be pretty silly to not look around and feel a bit intimidated by the police presence here.
Earlier, the Premier was unapologetic about the extraordinary measures.
The bottom line here is we've got an international visitor who's been invited by the Commonwealth Government. I think reasonable people expect us to keep him safe and to keep the community safe during this visit.
Despite the Supreme Court decision, demonstrators here don't appear to be deterred and are determined Israel's president hears their message. Elsewhere in the state, demonstrators picketed an Illawarra steel manufacturer with trade ties to Israel, while protests were held across other capital cities. A UN inquiry found the Israeli president incited genocide by saying an entire nation was responsible for October 7, a finding Israel rejects. Mr Herzog today criticised the protests.
These demonstrations, in most cases, what you hear and see comes to undermine and delegitimize our right, my nation's right, the nation which I am the head of state of its mere existence, and is contradictory to whatever ever was said and done by Australia.
Protesters have vowed to continue demonstrations during his Australian visit. Pablo Vinales, ABC News, Sydney.
And Pablo's live for us at Sydney Town Hall tonight. Pablo, this remains a developing situation tonight. Is there any sign of the protesters defying police and marching?
Hi there, Jeremy. Well, this rally has been underway for almost a couple of hours, and just in the last few minutes, it appears that protesters have started to march in defiance of those police orders. It has been peaceful so far. The message from organisers is that they're not seeking any confrontation or conflict, but there have been some tense scenes as police tried to restrict the amount of people coming into this vicinity. So far, there appears to be thousands of people. Organisers said they had expected around 5,000 people to attend this rally. Tonight, Jeremy, New South Wales Police taking no chances with some 500 officers here monitoring this protest.
Pablo Vinales reporting from Town Hall in central Sydney.